Hey, mother, father, you're the asshole.
Like, hello, newsflash. Moms of babies or like children or toddlers 3 years old, right? They don't get to sleep whenever they want to sleep. They have to wake up whenever the child wakes up.
Busy, yeah?
Not gonna have a chance with this 23-year-old.
No. As an adult, I have a penis with a scar. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Sorry Not Sorry with Xia Shui and Hirzi. One of us is plastic and the other one's good looking. Today we're gonna do an episode of Am I the Asshole? Xia Shui, are you the asshole?
I think most of the time I'm not. Yeah, but for those of you who are very confused, what is this Am I the Asshole thing? It's a subreddit, right, where people submit stories to ask people whether they are the asshole in any situation. Yep. So they usually come up with this story and ask people like, okay, am I the bad person in this, right?
And then we judge it.
Yeah, not we the people who leave comments Yeah, but
for today's episode, we will be judging you.
Correct.
So shall we read the first episode? Oh, I already see something that would trigger you. Why don't you read it? I want to see your triggered reaction.
All right. I, 25F, okay, was engaged to my ex-fiance, Mike, 30M. Okay, they used words like that. 30M means he's a male in 30 years old, okay? Yeah. For 2 years, okay? And usually the names are fake, okay? So we were together for 5 years in total and were supposed to get married last summer. About 3 months before our wedding, I found out that he has been cheating on me with someone else. It was devastating and I called off the wedding immediately. Mike moved away shortly after we broke up and I thought that was the end of it. Fast forward to last month, I got a call from my younger sister, Lily, 25, saying that she has exciting news and wants me to come over to our parents' house for dinner to share it. When I arrived, Lily and my parents were all smiles and she drops the bombshell. She's engaged to Mike.
What?
Oh my God. My head was spinning. I feel like I was going to pass out. Lily and Mike have been secretly dating for the past year and now they are engaged. My parents have known about it for months but decided to keep it from me to protect my feelings. So, am I the asshole for refusing to attend my sister's wedding after she secretly dated and got engaged to my ex-fiance?
Huh? What? Whoa!
I feel like this story very fake leh.
What in the name of... No, you don't know Malay people.
Are you serious?
This is very common.
No, okay, I can understand that this happens, right? But why were they all smiles when they thought like they asked her to come?
Maybe she embellished that part. Okay, but let's just break down the story a little bit more, okay?
Right.
Because I assume the family knew that she was... I mean, you're engaged, so the family must have known that this is your ex-fiancé, Mike.
Right.
Cheated on her. I assume not with the sister lah.
I don't know that's why the story doesn't say.
Right. Okay, let's just assume it's not with the sister.
Wait, supposed to get married 5 years in total, got supposed to get married last summer, found out that he's been cheating on me, and then called off the wedding immediately, okay, 1 year later. So it could have been cheating on her with this girl, but I assume no.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
let's just assume the best case scenario, it wasn't the sister.
Right.
Much later then he dated the sister. Why would let's speak on Mike's perspective first. Why would you pursue a relationship with the sister of your ex-fiancé? Would you?
Why not?
Huh? Wait, what?
Wait, maybe when he was dating her, right, the author, right, like he could have thought the sister is actually much hotter. But by the time he got introduced to the family, cannot already, right? So unless he properly broke up with the elder sister, which happened.
Okay, then reverse to the sister's perspective. Would you, a sister, go together with your sister's ex? No, right? It's sister's code, right?
I might, but I would have a very serious sit down conversation with my sister and ask her if she's okay with it lah, right? So I think that part is very disrespectful.
The part that she got engaged even without confronting her sister and say, hey, I'm kind of seeing Mike.
Yeah.
How triggering is that name?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, so are you the asshole for not attending your sister's wedding after secretly having her date your ex-fiancé?
No, not the asshole.
I don't think you're the asshole. I think you're allowed to cut ties, in fact. In Malay family, you even go the extent of putting black magic.
Oh, really?
Yes. Put 4 jeans at where the void deck wedding
Okay, but
is.
would you be angry with your parents also?
Definitely. I would cut ties with my whole family. The whole bunch of you know. The whole bunch of you know. And not once you thought about my feelings and said,
yeah. And kind of talk to me about it, right?
This nonsense, the fact that they don't care her.
And also, like, this Mike is a cheater, right? So it's like,
How do you endorse a cheater for your younger daughter? I seem younger.
Yeah. So it's damn weird lah that they're okay with it. The parents
Unless
are okay.
the cheated person was the sister.
You mean she's lying in the post?
No. So because she said he cheated on her and then she got off the engagement at the start, right? So unless that person, the cheatee, was the sister.
The mistress.
So meaning to say, right, maybe her story is not complete. What she's trying to say is, I knew she was cheating, but not with who, only to find out it's my sister. Which is even more dramatic.
Yeah, that's worse. Then confirm won't like and I think it's very rude that they ask her to come to announce the news and then they are like all smiles.
Okay, then I'm going to reverse the perspective. Okay,
Yeah.
You are now the parent of these two daughters.
Yes.
But the younger daughter said, hey, but Ma, I really love him and he really loved me. It's just we met each other through his ex-girlfriend, which is my sister. Ma, how are we? It's real love. What will you do?
I would just say you have to talk to your sister and tell her about it first lah, and not get engaged.
Correct,
and
Tai
then,
Chi the problem. Right?
like,
This is not my problem. It's between you and your sister.
no, but you have to go and say at the start already lah. You cannot like start and date and then like get engaged some more.
Will you attend the younger sister's daughter? Wedding. The younger daughter's wedding? Because you have to either show strike or alliance.
I would lah, but I will talk to my older daughter and I'll say like.
I say either way you're fucked. Either way, the parent is the asshole. Hey, mother, father, you're the asshole. Verdict on this girl? Not an asshole?
Not an asshole.
Not an asshole.
Not an asshole.
Alright,
Okay.
let's read the next. Am I the asshole?
Go.
Am I the asshole for making my daughter leave because my husband is attracted to her?
You?
I, 55 female, have been married to my husband and my daughter's stepdad, 63 male, for 4 years. This is really old people, by the way, which is even more gross. My 23-year-old daughter and I have a complicated relationship. She has been diagnosed with dissociative identity disorder.
What the fuck is that?
Means she will dissociate from time to time. So
like
like
Raisha Khan.
I think that's one of the disorders she claimed to have
Okay.
had. She has a lot of trauma from watching me and my husband's horrible marriage. Oh, kesian, go down. I was bullied in school. She has blamed me for that ever since. I thought that having her live with me while she finishes school and gets a job would help heal some childhood wounds if my second husband and I modeled a healthy relationship. However, my daughter now doesn't get along with my husband. Then, my husband started acting distant from me and my daughter, complained that his eyes lingered for too long. She got very angry and there was a lot of shouting and slamming of doors. Finally, my husband admitted he's attracted to her and it's hard to be around her all day. Said she was walking temptation and said that that's why he was avoiding sex with me. So I gave my daughter money to stay at an extended stay hotel and asked her to utilize her college emergency financial and housing resources that have for students in need.
Where's the am I the asshole question?
The first part, am I the asshole for making my daughter leave because my husband is attracted to her?
Oh, right.
Busy, yeah?
She has been diagnosed with dissociative identity disorder, a lot of trauma from watching me and my husband's horrible marriage go down, and she blamed me. It's damn lame lah. Why you blame your mother for like a bad marriage? Like, stupid. Live with me while she finishes school.
Was that personal?
Then how? So she should ask the husband to go, is it? Like, if she's not being the asshole. Do you think she's being the asshole?
Okay, but already you have a problematic daughter who's an adult, which means that legally you don't have to be responsible for her anymore. But it's also damn bastard. If this person is Singaporean, it's damn bastard lah, because like housing
Never
laws.
say the daughter or 23-year-old.
Yeah, housing laws is like very difficult at that age. You
Yeah.
have to rent which she probably won't be able to afford.
She won't. But the thing is that she asked her to utilize her college emergency financial and housing resources lah. So she's asking her to go and stay in like NUS like
Yeah, dorms and stuff.
Dorms,
Okay. Let's break it down to different perspective. If you were the daughter, okay, and allegedly you're truly traumatized by your parents' marriage. Okay, allegedly, yeah. And then you walk into your mom's next marriage only to realize that your mom chose her husband again over you.
Yeah.
That's them bastard.
She is the asshole.
The mother is a bit bastard for that lah.
I think so. And it's very gross that like a freaking 63-year-old is attracted to a 23-year-old. I know it's probably the truth, right? Yeah. But why would the husband go admit that to her? It's so dumb. Like I feel that if I'm 55 years old and you're telling me you're attracted to my daughter, right?
Yeah.
My biological daughter who's 23 years old, I would never be able to see you in an attractive light. I will always see you as a pedophile or like something like that. Like not pedophile but not pedophile, but just this
disgusting
pervert,
person
lecturer, okay, who is like into young girls.
So we all agree this new husband is a bastard.
I don't think he is. He's just being very honest with his feelings, right? And I think that maybe a lot of men actually probably secretly feel this way.
Then why don't you just divorce the wife? You know, like
He's not going to have a chance with this 23-year-old.
No.
He's settling for the 55.
Divorcing the wife not to say you have a chance with a 23-year-old. Divorcing the wife to say, you know what, I am the problem. I'll remove my cancer out of this unit. You expect your wife and your daughter to split up. That you are the bastard of all the bastards. Let's agree that the husband is the bastard of all the bastards.
Selfish, right?
Then second to that is the mother.
Okay, maybe he offered to leave and the mother don't want to ask him to leave.
The mother is the bastard of the bastard, the lobang jubo.
That's true.
How you say asshole in Chinese? How to say but 屁股？你的屁股的 how to say hole？
屁股洞。
你的屁股洞。
He's a 屁股洞。
Yeah, in Malay we say lobang jubo.
Okay, lobang juho.
Jubo lah. Johor is our neighbor.
Jubo.
Yes. Yeah. So next time you see someone say, hey, lobang jubo.
Lobang jubo.
Hey, wow, that's kind of hot. That turns me on. Yeah.
Okay,
you single lah?
Oh my god, but I cannot lah. If you're 55-year-old, I want to stay with some 63-year-old Sir Pepe. Okay, Sir Pepe is like a horny old uncle. Yeah. No lah.
Yeah.
She shouldn't lah.
Is the mother the asshole? Is her question? The answer is yes.
But she's desperate. Like I feel like she feels that she probably cannot find love again.
Shall we go to the next scenario?
My friends are dating and they are also actors who have small roles on a few TV shows, like up to 2 lines.
That's not a role.
That's not an actor.
That's a caliphate.
Yeah. Neither of them has a following in real life or on social media. They have got under 1,500 followers combined. Anyway, last week I posted a group picture on Instagram of people celebrating a friend's birthday. Everyone in the photo has their arms around each other's shoulders, very platonic. Anyway, yesterday in the group chat among the 3 of us, they asked me to take the photo down because they don't want the public to know that they are dating. I would consider taking it down if they look bad or sloppy, but they don't. Also, everyone has their arms around each other, not just them. Anyway, I asked them what they meant and they said they don't want to end up in gossip rags. Stop. Oh my god. I pointed out that they are not famous and they don't even have functioning IMDb pages.
I also don't have.
But they were livid and called me a bunch of names. I think they are delusional, but they have been texting me demanding I remove it and even send screenshots of them reporting it. Nothing has happened. At this point, I don't even want to be their friend. However, and probably because I'm an asshole, I don't want to delete it based solely on principle. So
sounds like you, yeah. Based on principle, I don't want to delete it.
No, but it's true. Oh my god, they're really delusional.
Okay, are they delusional? Yes.
Yeah, they
very,
are.
very delusional. But what is the am I the asshole question? For not deleting?
Yeah, am I an asshole if I don't want to delete it lah, I guess?
I want to say not really. But the reason why I'm on the fence with this is because like you could just make your life easier and delete.
Yeah.
How difficult is it?
Yeah.
How principled must you be that you want their photos up? These two people are very delusional and disgusting. Why you want to be associated with them? Delete lah. It's just a simple delete.
Yeah, then if they are not your friends anymore, why you need to keep the photo there?
Yeah.
So I think this person is a bit of an asshole. Because this person doesn't care about his friend's feeling. I'm okay saying as if he's a guy lah.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about his friend's feelings, right? Like he place his own principles and his own thoughts above what the friends
Sounds like
feel.
someone I know, a friend I know.
Who?
Yeah, out of principle, she won't do things or will not do things.
I confirm will delete.
You think it's you?
Delete.
Also, that means you know.
I will just delete, but I will slowly distance from them because I feel like they are very gross.
Yeah, then you start bitching about them to me and the.
I don't think I'll be friends with people who are like that. But I think the correct thing to do is to just say, okay, delete it. And then after that, right, just distance from them lah, because they're crazy.
You know what is the real question? Is for me, I would tell them I will delete it and I will disassociate from you because you are definitely delusional. Let me tell you how you're delusional. List all the reasons why they're not actually famous and then block them from every other account.
That's
and
so
then
drastic.
My question to them is, am I the asshole? And if you say yes, I don't care. Everyone has heard what I would do. I would block, delete, and then insult them in 10,000 ways. What would Xia Xue do?
I will delete, and then I don't want to have a confrontation with them, but I will completely cut them out of my life already.
And you will bitch about it to your friend groups.
I would, for sure.
Yeah.
But in the first place, I don't think I'll be friends with such loser people.
You want to insult them in their face? Just like 10 lines?
Okay, in the first place, it's very hard to imagine myself being friends with such delusional people who are so self-centered and crazy, right?
Can you delete my photos? I don't want people to know that I'm friends with you.
Okay,
Oh, that
sure.
hurts. That hurts. That hurts worse. If people say, please delete my photo, I don't want people to know I'm friends with you.
I guess.
Oh, that's worse. Oh my
Yeah.
God, I will cut ties with you immediately. And then,
Maybe that's actually what they wanted secretly. the couple. They just anyhow say, like, they just don't want to be associated with this person who's
Is
an
this?
asshole.
Did you write this by any chance?
No. No.
Okay, are we ready for the next one?
Okay, let's go on to the next one. Background about my husband. He stays up late at night and has to wake up early to go to work. So when he gets home at 5, he has to get his 2-hour nap so he could make up for lack of sleep and also be ready to stay up late to play with his console. He values his sleep and has one rule in the house that enforces strictly, which is not to be interrupted while sleeping. He literally puts a sign on the bedroom door saying, "Do not wake me up under any
circumstances."
And this past Tuesday, my 3-year-old son had hot oil spill on his hand while his 14-year-old sister was cooking. I heard him scream and saw the oil was covering his hand, oh no, and half his arm. I brought the first aid kit, but he was in so much pain and his skin looked really bad. I rushed to wake my husband up. I kept knocking but got no response, so I tried to open it but it was locked. I spent a little while between knocking on the door, he had his phone turned off, and getting dressed after my daughter asked the neighbor to drive us to the hospital. Jialat. I couldn't waste more time because my son was crying. 3 years old, only so poor thing. The neighbor took us to the hospital and I couldn't help feel livid the whole time.
I would.
We got home and my husband was pacing around asking wherever we were, wherever we were, okay? And why I didn't answer his text. I blew up on him after I showed him our son's injury and told him that I pounded on the door to wake him up. But he said he had his earbuds on and didn't hear a thing. I called him reckless and neglectful for ignoring a family emergency. He said he could say the same thing about myself. Oh, this is very triggering.
Gaslighting.
Okay.
For leaving our son unsupervised.
For leaving our son unsupervised and causing him to get a burn. He blamed the mother. I stopped arguing and went to remove the bedroom door lock. He started yelling at me saying I had no right. I refused to respond. I just walked off to calm down. He couldn't stop complaining, calling me bossy and saying that by removing the lock, I've destroyed his peace and quiet and caused him sleep deprivation. He's insisting I put it back, but I refuse. I could be wrong for what I've done, but I was frustrated and mad. Am I the asshole?
You're not the asshole.
You are not the asshole.
So not the asshole.
Oh my god, your husband is such a fucking asshole. Okay, wait, let's the background. He stays up late at night and has to wake up early to go to work. So when he gets home at 5, he has to get 2 hours nap so he could make up for lack of sleep and also get ready to stay up late to play with his console.
Yeah, not a valid reason to
nobody fucking cares whether you play with your
uphold your
console.
sleeping hours if it's for games. If you're telling me he works an 18-hour shift, then yes, I would slightly respect that. Okay, he has some sleeping roles, but girl, if it's for
but most of the time,
Mobile Legend.
Okay, but this is not his fault that he didn't wake up because he had his earbuds on, I guess.
I guess. But okay, first of all, in that scenario, right? In that scenario, if I was the husband and I was like, why didn't you reply my text? Only to find out, oh my god, my wife had to send my son off to the hospital. The first human thing I would do is apologize. I am so sorry. I had my earbuds off. Why was his reaction to gaslight her?
Yeah, and they say it's your fault.
Her?
Yeah.
Like you
That's
are
horrible.
not in the wrong that you couldn't hear. It's just a human thing, right? You had your earbuds on.
Correct.
But you are definitely in the wrong for how you react.
Correct. That is the most triggering part of. Like, how can you say it's your wife's fault for neglect? Like for neglect, right? Therefore, cause your son to get burned. How about you? You're also neglecting what?
Correct.
Yeah, she also has the right to go for a nap, right?
Yeah.
If she this is for your leisure, it's not for anything else, you know. So is it okay if she also says, I also want to nap during these 2 hours? Therefore, you cannot nap. Then you take care.
And you know what?
Then anything that happens during this time, all your fault, 100%. What the hell?
And you know what's frustrating about this, right? When she then tried to rectify the problem by changing his lock, why wasn't that a moment for him to realize, like, you know what, this lock is clearly an issue because it has fucked up once, right? I messed up attending to my son once from it.
Yeah.
At least allow her to negotiate, okay, what are the consequences and conditions to this lock?
Yeah, I think she should just divorce him.
Depends what's the...
He clearly doesn't respect her. He has no,
But
he
what if she doesn't have a job?
Feelings.
She doesn't have anything to...
Then okay lor. Then you go and cheat outside or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but you're not the asshole. Your husband is.
Yeah, your husband is a complete asshole.
Is there any way we can empathize the husband and hold on, and empathize the husband and then say, like, what scenarios the wife was an asshole? Because that's the question, right? Am I the asshole? So is there any situation or scenarios in this write-up that she was?
I don't think there's anything that can even change the situation a little bit. He's just full on 100% asshole. And the focus should be on your son right now. And he
made it about him.
Yeah, he made it about himself. It's just crazy.
The only thing I can try to see, the ENTP in me wants to defend him, is saying, instead of changing the lock, have a discussion maybe, then maybe he'll be more compelled to like, yeah, you know what, you're right, I'll change. But she went to change it physically.
Okay, I will also do that because you can't blame me for our son getting hurt.
Yeah,
you are the one sleeping I'm the one taking care.
Fair,
why should I get blamed for him getting burned?
I'm just trying to be devil's
The hell?
advocate and
That's
find
fucking
a
nonsense.
situation where she
and
could be
what
the
gives you
asshole.
the right to, it's this, like, it's so entitled to say that when I come home, I must be able to sleep. Like, hello, newsflash, moms of babies or like children or toddlers 3 years old, right? They don't get to sleep whenever they want to sleep. They have to wake up whenever the child wakes up. Somebody has to do that. It's not him. So did he give his wife a chance to take a nap at a certain time of the day? Like all the time? No, right?
My 33 male wife. What?
Wait, what? Mine is me.
Me, okay.
Okay, so
Mine,
Otter is 33
he's
male.
a 33 male. Wife, 31 female. And I had our first child, a daughter, 3 months ago. In my family, the firstborn gets a special stuffed animal made from their parents'
What the
hair.
fuck? What the fuck?
What? It's a tradition passed down through generation. Which tribe are you from?
What the fuck?
Once a parent saves their child's hair, the grandparent uses it to make the stuffed animal for the grandchild when they become a parent. The stuffed animal represents family connection and support.
Wait, stop. I'm very confused. Okay, firstborn gets a special stuffed animal made from the parents' hair.
Yeah.
Okay, once the parent saves the child's hair, the grandparent uses it to make the stuffed animal for the grandchild.
So there's two stuffed animals, I guess. One
I'm so
with
confused.
one is with the parents' hair, one is with the grandchild hair made by the grandparents.
Okay.
Don't argue with people's culture.
Wait. Uses it to make the stuffed animal for the grandchild when they become a parent. So,
Oh. Huh?
the stuffed animal, only one stuffed
Oh,
animal.
okay. I get it. Hear me out. So it is a gift given to a newborn,
Right.
and the gift is a stuffed animal made by the parents' hair, made
By the parents'
the
parents.
grandparents.
Okay, long ago.
Yeah, so if I'm your parent, I will save your hair until you have a grandchild, and then when the grandchild
born?
becomes a parent. See, when they become a parent,
Oh my god, so it's a 4-generation thing.
it's great grandparents basically
So
giving a gift to
my great grandparents made the stuffed animal and I receive it and it's made out of my parents' hair. Correct?
No, made of my grandparents' hair.
No,
Because the
their
gift
parents'
is,
hair.
no, the gift is to the grandchild. So this is the great grandparent giving to the grandchild, but the stuffed animal is made of the parents' hair. So
No.
So it's the grandfather's
three
hair.
generations only. So I am now born. My grandparents have saved my father's hair to make this stuffed toy for me. So when I'm born, I receive this.
No, it says
Correct,
here.
correct.
No, wait, here's out for the grandchild when they become a
This
parent.
person is an asshole for making us discuss this nonsense. Okay?
Yeah, so the grandchild needs to be a parent. It's a great grandparent that gives it to the grandchild.
Oh dear.
And the grandchild, the gift
Yeah, you're
is made
right.
from the grandparents. So grandparents' hair, great grandparents make the doll,
Yeah.
gift it to the grandchild when they become a parent.
But you see this sentence? The firstborn gets a special stuffed animal made from parents' hair, not grandparents' hair.
So that means
Okay, never mind. We continue first. Continue. Maybe it becomes clear. Okay, go.
after our daughter was born, my mother made a bear from my childhood hair, which she finished last
Yeah,
week.
correct lah. So it's not
Hey,
it's not great grandparents. It's
you
grandparents only.
Fix your fucking English and punctuation.
Yeah,
okay?
correct. It's wrong. Okay.
I
Then,
was excited to share this tradition with my wife, but she blew at me. She called the bear gross and disgusting and refused to have it near our daughter.
Okay.
I tried explaining it was unhygienic and had special.
it wasn't.
It wasn't unhygienic and had special meaning to my family, but she insisted it was weird and culty. She even threatened to throw it away. I was shocked and hurt, so I told her that if she was so cruel about something so important to me, I didn't think she was the person I thought she was. Now she's feuding with my mother and her family is involved. Am I the asshole for wanting to give my daughter the bear? Hey, what happened to build the bear? And then put the hair inside the build the bear. It's still the same context, no? Come on, like grandparents.
Okay, I feel like this. We need to see how it looks like.
Can
If
we
it's-
Google it?
If
Maybe
it's really,
It's a culture.
it
I'm
is
gonna Google
really
it.
freaking scary and ugly, then yes lah. But it's mostly made out of baby's hair. It's a newborn baby's hair, right? So parents save their child's hair, right? So my mom made a bear with my childhood hair. Childhood could be a sweaty 7-year-old. That's a bit disgusting. But I feel like if it's made out of babies, like very downy kind of hair, like very soft and like, you know, baby-ish, it's not so disgusting. But yeah, is it the exterior is full of the hair or just the inside?
Girl, I don't know.
I don't know. Stuffed animal made of human baby hair.
Apparently, there is a Reddit come. The title says, this Reddit dad wants to give his daughter a stuffed bear filled with human hair. So I don't know if it's the same culture, but this bear is filled with human hair.
Okay, so
My
if it's
suggestion.
okay, I feel if it's just the internal, I think it's fine. And I think that the wife is a bit of an asshole because honestly, if it's just a tradition, you can give it to the child, but the child doesn't need to play with it. You can just place it at some.
But what if the
cupboard.
wife has her own religious conviction? Like, this is culty.
No lah, this is not like this is not any religion what. So no, even if I'm Christian, I can accept this what. It's just a passed down tradition.
No lah, some Muslims will be like, no, that's culty.
It's not culty.
Yeah.
It's not
No, because-
worshipping any god
First of all, we're not allowed to have any depiction of animals in the household. Did you know that? So even paintings, there's no animals or humans. Yeah.
You cannot have teddy bears.
Technically, if you want to be really staunch, the staunch Muslims won't have.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. But Barbie doll can because it's human. Also cannot.
No human depiction or animal depictions in the household. That's why Islamic art is all geographic.
But I can
or
have
geometric,
a
sorry.
stuffed toy of a plant.
A stuffed toy of a plant.
Like
Plant
a-
can.
Okay.
Yeah. Apparently, faces are what gives it a difference. So we have a lot of plants. There's no Malay household.
Jellyfish stuffed toy.
No, like it's a live animal.
There's no face.
Technically,
Amoeba stuffed toy.
What
Single
kind-
cell organism. Come on.
okay, Moise, we have a question by Xia Xue. Are we allowed to have stuffed toys in amoeba forms and jellyfish?
Jellyfish.
Please tag Moise below.
Okay. Salmon sushi.
Oh, so
Stuffed
it's a
toy.
food. It's a food, so it's fine.
Okay.
Labubu, apparently Islam. Some,
It can labubu.
some staunch people won't accept labubus.
Because it's got a human face. It got
And
eyes,
devil
right?
fangs.
Oh.
Yeah.
A ghost stuffed toy, like the ghost emoji.
Oh, worse, you're inviting jinns to your house.
Oh dear.
Hey, I would side with the wife, honestly, a bit. I'm so sorry. We
Ease.
finally disagree with you.
Ease.
What ease?
Ease.
First of all, can you use your Y's in your word?
Ease.
Yeast.
East.
Yeast.
East.
Yeast.
Okay. Don't know whether plant or an animal.
First of all, if there's an English teacher out there who can help with speech impediments, Yasha needs one. But secondly, we've already wanted to tag Muiz. Can we move on?
Okay,
Muiz
so
will answer this
so
for
in
you.
other words, if you feel that there's a religious thing, then no. But she just said it's weird and culty lah. She doesn't say that it offends my religion.
If
so,
this is a Malay family,
right.
and I'm married to, let's say, a Bornean tribal person, right, who also converted to Islam already, but this is one of his family's tradition, the Muslim family will make a noise about this.
Oh.
Keeping hair and stuff like it's
Okay, let's
very
just assume that that's not
culty.
the case lah, huh? Because I really don't
Or
feel
cult.
like that's because she never say that it's because really offends her religion or like what. So she just thinks it's unhygienic.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
It's
Let's
gross.
assume she's
She
an
called it
atheist.
gross and disgusting.
Okay, let's assume she's just a woman of science.
Yeah.
Is it gross and disgusting? Yes.
I don't think it's gross and disgusting. It's your husband's hair when he was a baby. What? I feel it's okay.
Hey, can I say something?
Okay, I think the wife is an
Can I
asshole.
say something? When I
Yeah.
was 13, right?
Yeah.
I was very close to my sister and she was like a toddler, like 3 years old back then. I was 14 and she was probably 2 or 3.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why I wanted to give her a haircut.
Your sister?
Yes.
Oh no, you're so terrible. And then
So, like, and she was very on about it. I said, let's call her
probably so weird because
sister
you
lah.
don't have like teddy bears at home.
And so I said, sister, can I cut your hair? And she said, yeah, okay. And she was very attached to me back then. So everything I wanted to do, she said, I said, can I cut your hair like this? And I didn't tell my mom I was gonna cut her hair. So I give her bangs and like I didn't know how to cut bangs, so it's a bit jagged also. So I had kept that hair and then I had put it in my beaker that I stole from school. You know, back then science you
Yeah.
got beakers, right?
Oh my god, you so god, why are you going to steal the beaker? How old are you?
12, 13, I don't know.
Why are you
Anyway,
going to steal beaker for? Why you do science experiment at home or you just want to use it
you've
as a
never
cup?
stole a single test tube.
Never. I don't think it's normal.
Okay, come to a neighborhood school, everyone does that.
For what?
Because it's fun. Now that you get to decorate your rooms with it. Anyways, long
dear.
story short, I kept that beaker one side. My mom came home, scolded me and everything. You cut your sister's hair. I was like, yeah. Where is the hair? Because apparently, like, the first haircut is very precious.
Oh, she was a baby man? No,
She was a
right?
toddler lah.
Okay.
Yeah, so she probably, there's a ritual called cukur rambut, which
Yes.
means You shave the head when they were
Yeah,
infant.
yeah.
Yeah, but then that was her first haircut ever since her cukur rambut.
Oh.
Okay. And I forgot I had kept that hair for the longest time.
Okay.
And one day I was spring cleaning my room in my early 20s.
Yeah.
And I found it. And I was so heartbroken to like throw it away, but I also don't want to freak my sister out and say, hey, look, this is your baby hair.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So I did eventually end up tossing it away, but like I had kept her hair in my room for like a good 15 years.
How do you not realize? Where do you keep that freaking beaker? It's open, right? So it's it's
So-
you didn't
so
even steal it.
It was
It's
in my
just full of
drawer.
dust.
It was in my drawer somewhere. No, it didn't have dust. It was in my drawer somewhere.
Oh, that's gross.
It was. I
I feel like if you kept it in a pouch, it's probably cute. But you kept it in a beaker that was
Yeah.
stolen.
like a science experiment. Yeah, but I got hell
Now
of
I
hearing
know
from my
you
mom.
have like your house is damn dirty. Like why would you have like random human hair just lying around?
No, it was a beaker. It was contained. It's not just like I spread it around. Okay.
Okay. But it's just an open beaker. It didn't get
You
cleaned.
are the
Okay.
asshole.
You didn't even find it for like 20 years. Okay, but I think that the wife is an asshole. But I feel like as the guy, right, trying to navigate this situation, he shouldn't have go and say things like, "Oh, if you're
I'm
gonna be so
gone.
cruel, I don't think you're the person that I thought you are." That sounds like you want to leave her, right? You
Leave
can
her?
just compromise with her and say, "Look, my mother is this is very important to my family. Let's just let her have the bear, and we will put it at one side in some cupboard, right? And she doesn't have to play with it
In
if
a
you find-
beaker.
Okay, in a beaker or in some cupboard somewhere, so she don't have to play with it. But the compromise is pretend in front of my mother that this is given to my daughter.
That's fair.
Okay, what?
Yeah,
Right? Yeah.
I feel like as a millennial, because we're between two generations of culture clash, we've learned to always fake it. Like we'll just tolerate, like, because I know so many friends who like convert for their parents' sake,
Right.
or like done things like, oh yeah, we've snipped it for him for the parents' sake. It's just an announcement
Or just pretend
to
only.
put their parents at ease.
Also, actually never snip. Oh.
Yeah.
Then they have to pretend, hey, hi, we are at the hospital now, at KHH now.
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel like many millennials have learned that, okay, to appease two parts of our life.
Yeah.
But one of my questions I always had to my friend is like, okay, you're gonna raise him like Muslim and the option of,
Right.
but like what happens when he gets older and he chooses another religion? How you explain to the grandparents? Very complicated.
But if you force him into being a staunch Muslim, doesn't mean that when he's older, he won't rebel also. What? It's still
Correct,
the same.
correct.
Yeah.
So-
but the question is, what if the grandparents bathe him when the grandparents take care of
Yeah,
him?
no.
Yeah.
So some of my friends who have sons
You can't
now,
even change diaper with the grandmother there.
yeah,
Yeah, the grandmother,
haven't yet. But maybe they can say, oh, we're gonna circumcise him when he's 13. You do not watch the dicks of someone who's 13. Hey, actually, that's a
Right.
good suggestion, friends. Tell the
but-
parents we're gonna
okay.
circumcise him at 13. The grandparent gonna say, show me your dick. Show me, I want to see.
True that.
But anyways, honestly, circumcised lah. It's cleaner.
Right.
No dick cheese stuck. No matter how Chinese boys will tell you, oh no, I clean my dick. They don't truly pull it back to only find out that the remaining gunk hiding under all that skin.
Hey, not only just Muslims circumcised, the Americans also do it,
Yeah, yeah.
Like people...
They stopped it though.
Huh? No.
Millennials are the last batch of
Really?
Americans who circumcised. Yeah, now the Gen Zs are not
No,
circumcised.
I don't think so. I think
No,
it's still very
it's true,
common. Really, man?
Yeah, you ask any Gen Z Americans, they're not circumcised. Only
Mike
millennials.
wanted a circumcision also, like for our son. So
It's
I
cleaner,
don't know
it's
whether I should
cleaner.
announce this, but yeah,
It's cleaner.
he said everyone does it. So
And honestly, like the healing nowadays is so easy
it's
because
very fast. It's
laser.
really not painful at all. Like he didn't even cry.
You want to
He
hear a
just
grim
didn't
story
cry.
about my circumcision? It's really fun for the internet.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so during my circumcision, I was 9 years old. Okay, my father had sent to this clinic.
Why you so putting do so old one? Cannot do when you're 2 months.
9 years old in my generation was pretty common.
Okay.
Yeah. So this was a time where it was still tools, not yet laser.
Okay.
It was 1998.
Ouch.
Okay, so apparently, according to my father, between me and my brother, I was the braver one. Like I didn't even flinch. I just like endured the whole situation. Started stumbling out of the clinic, go back home. Right. So when I wanted to take my first pee, it was my first pee after circumcision. So my dad had brought me to the bathroom. I had pushed the force of my pee a little too strong. That the ring that was supposed to help heal and protect it
Yes.
popped out.
Oh, dear.
And blood gushed everywhere in the
Oh
bathroom.
my fucking god, Jesus.
Yeah. And then next thing I know, they said I had collapsed in my father's hands.
Oh
and
shit.
so they had to send me to the clinic. Yeah.
traumatizing. To restitch it. You burst your stitches.
I don't know what it was truly lah, but I remember just
It
collapsing
sounded
himself.
like it, yes.
So then he had to resend to the clinic to restitch, I guess. And
How
I
much
was
water do you drink? My God.
no, but I guess I just pushed the force a bit too hard. Okay.
Oh, you're too big.
No lah. Okay, Joe. So listen.
Okay.
And then I went back home after they restitched it. But until today, I don't think my parents know that there's a stitching scar on the shaft of my penis.
Okay.
And I realized, oh wait, it's not common. So on the shaft of my penis, you will see like a straight line of bumps, which I guess is the restitching. So now as an adult, I have a penis with a scar.
How obvious is it? It's just like one little dot.
It's around
Whole
the
line.
shaft of the circumference. I don't know if this is common, if other Muslim boys in the 90s have this scar on your
How
penis.
do you know that the scar is from the second stitch and not the first one that the
I don't know
ring
if it was
popped
from the first or the second one,
Right.
but I know that I have this deformity
Oh,
that
shit.
I only realized as an adult. Like, oh wait, this is not normal.
Who cleaned up the blood in the bathroom?
I don't know. I was collapsed. I was dramatic also as a young kid.
Oh, so you literally fainted, ah?
Yeah.
Wow, when you faint, you didn't hit your face on the...
No, my dad was holding me while I was peeing.
Oh,
so when I
lucky he
collapsed,
do
I
that.
just-
Because if you collapse, you could have face down into the toilet bowl and just and then your teeth like break and everything, right? You could have.
Yeah,
That's so
could have.
scary.
Yeah.
Oh my
Well, that's a
God.
fun circumcision story. So now
Yeah.
everyone who wants to hook up with me now will be like, oh, there it is.
This is the stitches. Great. Okay, so we're gonna wrap this up. Okay, so we are done with all of the am I the asshole questions. So,
You are.
Yeah. Thanks. I'll probably be the asshole in quite a lot of these, maybe. I don't know. Will you?
One day we should write our own asshole scenarios.
Right.
You write 4, I write 4. And then we decipher for each other.
I cannot remember these situations. Can you?
Yeah.
Can I?
Look at my whole Valentine's Day set. Am I the asshole for sticking around for too long?
That's not the asshole lah. Nobody will say you are the asshole. Somebody needs to be angry or upset for you to be called an asshole, no?
No, we ask our friends to write for us.
So we've come to the end of the episode. As usual, please follow us, okay? And like this video, share with your friends as well. Subscribe, okay? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. And follow us on all other social platforms as well.
Correct.
We should have called this series Internet Dinosaurs.